Hello.
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 Hello. Oh no, Phil. Oh, there you are.
Okay. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Plan A is that this computer, this might
Did she just die? Did she
me
just
into my computer. Laptop is getting very fussy and says that I've got no memory for my apps and I have to unload apps and I don't know how to do that.
Philippa, I'm gonna come over and do it for you.
What's that?
I'm gonna go come over and do it for you. I'll fix your laptop. I'll fix it.
Okay.
You're a hot mess. I will fix it. I'll come over and do it.
Okay. Let's start the meeting. Um, our guest, who is going to be with Jennifer Lattersey, is not able to meet with us on a Wednesday, so she will not be here. But Noreen, I see, is here. Fantastic. Good to see you, Noreen. I'm glad to see you with us this week.
I am.
Um, we have the minutes. So can I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
So moved.
Thank you, John. Second, please.
I can second.
Thank you, Sarah. Any discussion? Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
I
Okay, treasurer's report.
I emailed it out this afternoon. There's only one small change since March. We I gave the Arboretum committee a present by renewing our affiliate status with Federated Garden Clubs of Connecticut
Thank you.
Thank you.
for $36, I think it is.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate that.
We don't have any bills or anything, and we still have roughly $700 in our budgeted account.
Okay. Um,
Do we know if we're still budgeted $3,000 in the town budget?
I looked at the, I looked that up today, and the budget posted on the Board of Finance or Board of Selectmen website dated February 25th still has us in at $3,000.
Okay.
I went through the minutes of the Board of Finance committee for the two meetings they've had since then, and there was no mention of any change.
Okay. Great.
great. Yeah, excellent to hear that. We got the bill for the mowing for next year, that the contract, and I discussed it with John, and it's the same charge as it was last year. Every other week, it's 50 something dollars. So I signed it and returned it to them today. Um, I also have been in talking about monies and things. I went in and talked with Chandler with our list of things that we needed to have done, and he had talked to Jason at the town garage group and Seth Spalding. Seth Spalding is the deputy tree guru for Woodstock. Um, and so he went down and looked at the trees, but he said that he cannot do an official risk assessment. We need to have a real arborist do that. And he recommended Chad Hart. So if everybody's okay with that, Chad, I know, was down at the Arboretum and met Sandra, I think, down there and talked and said he would be more than willing to help out. So I thought I would give him a call and ask him to do a risk assessment for us. Is that okay with everybody?
Hmm.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, that's what I will do. Jason has been very responsive, which I've been very happy about. He went down because I called him and said that we had those broken trees that would be too hard for us to saw up, and could his crew come down and saw them up? He said that they would do that. Both the broken top that went down on top of the rhododendrons, and there's a big branch that came down, and it's over on top of the yews, and he's going to chop that out and pull that out. And I told him that we can dump them at the bottom of the arboretum. He also noticed the ash that was dead, And one idea he had was that he could pull it out, attach, a chain to it and just pull it out, but that it might damage the wall, which I think would really bother Bruce Lyman to have that wall broken because it's our dividing wall, and I'm not sure who owns it. The other thing is just to leave it for right now because it's not actually endangering anywhere that people walk. So it is propped up and the possibility to leave it. He also noticed that we have a stinking sumac, which we've talked about in the past, because it with its spotted lanternflies, the co-host for that. He said that apparently he was sort of an arborist in his previous life before he became the chairman of the road crew, and he said that in order to kill it, because we had talked, you can't just cut it down because then it gets angry and shoots up all those little babies. That what you do is you circle the bark twice and inject a lethal chemical into the tree, which gets sucked up and over time kills off the tree both vertically and under the ground. He said, however, that he cannot get that lethal chemical, but that an arborist could. So that was my other thought, was if we thought this would be a good idea, and that's a tree we've been very concerned about because of its proximity to the Woodstock orchards, that I should ask Chad Hart about that also, because he, being an arborist, would be able to get that chemical.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that?
Sure.
Yep.
Good idea?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. The only question I have is, does that need to come out of the Arboretum budget? Because that should be a thing that the town is willing to pay for in order to protect economic interests like the orchards in Woodstock. Just a thought. I mean,
Good thought, Noreen. I will be happy to bring it up to Chandler. And maybe even the Woodstock Orchards would be willing to help out.
well, I don't know that I would put it on them. It's not really fair. I mean, they don't have anything to do with the tree, but I think that the town has an interest in not having spotted lanternflies ruin the orchards or other agricultural interests.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's a good suggestion. If I can, when I talk to Chad, I will ask him what it would cost in order to do that. I mean, it's
Right.
a fairly simple thing. I imagine the chemical might be the expensive thing because if you're just doing a saw around, that's a yip, yip, and you're done, I would assume. So I think that wouldn't be the expensive thing. The chemical would be the expensive thing. And I guess the time.
And is the chemical, I take it that it's not gonna like go into the ground and be absorbed by other trees?
I'm hoping and assuming, but those are all questions that would have to be asked, Noreen, to find out.
I think that might be a good question to ask. I mean, something has to be done, I agree, but that would be a concern, I should think, because we don't want to have other
we don't want.
trees
We certainly don't want
harmed.
to endanger our whole cedar group.
Right, right.
Absolutely. But Chad, I'm sure, would be able to tell us that.
Absolutely.
Check in with him. Yeah. Okay. Let me look at my other notes that I have here. Okay, those are sort of the things that piled up on top of the treasurer's report. I just wanted to make sure that people knew that we had talked with people, and the town has said they will put in. I think I told you that before. They'll put in the verge down the south side. I'm not sure when, but hopefully fairly soon. And they gave me Seth's name as to do the risk assessment, but he can't do it. So I will ask Chad and find out what the cost of that is.
Didn't you negotiate a better price from Bartlett for their treatment?
I did, yes. Did you see that I was concerned with the first reduction because there was nothing being done in the spring, and that worried me. So then I sent out the second. Did everybody get a chance to read the second reduction?
Mhm.
Do you think that would be okay? Should we go with that? What do you think?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
Um, I have it. Where is it? I made copies of it. Ah, no, I didn't make copy of the second. But the second one was instead of being what like $1,000, it was like 1,000 and something dollars, wasn't it? It was. eh, The first one was $1,000, but that had nothing to do with pest management.
Hmm.
The sec the third one that he sent had one treatment of pest management involved that they would do in the spring, and I thought my feeling was that, and he said that that was better. That would definitely be better than nothing.
Let's do it. I think so.
How do you feel, John?
Yep, yep,
Okay, so
Yep.
we'll accept that one.
yep.
What was the final total on that? I'm sorry.
Um, I don't have it in front of me. Do you have it there, John? It's
No,
one.
I didn't. I was just looking, but I can't
Yeah,
find it right
I can't
away.
find it either.
It's 1,000 and something.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it in my mails here. Okay. Oh, mail.
Hmm.
Oops.
No, don't have it here. While I'm looking for it, let's oh, here we go. And that's a treat. Sorry.
That's okay. I can dig. It's not for some reason at the top of my stuff.
It's
Thousand
it's
$1,477.50.
All right.
That would include the pest treatment. Do you think that's okay, John? As
yeah, I
treasurer?
think that's good. And because the original quote was like 2,000 or 3,000.
Yeah. Okay, I will accept that one then and sign off on it. Um, anything else about expenses? No. Okay. Is the next one work days? What's the next item
No,
on
the
the
next one is the history, not history day. Yeah, the history day.
history day is May the 16th. We have 2 days that we need to be thinking about. One is that history day, May the 16th. Um, I'm looking for ideas of what we could offer. I'll be happy to do a tour, to lead a tour, but I'm just thinking of what else could we share any visitors that come about the history of the Arboretum and the trees. I mean, many of our trees are unique and have special stories, and I was thinking that maybe we could write those up individually with a picture of the tree and then the story. If people didn't want a tour, they might just like to enjoy seeing the stories. Any other thoughts?
It's May 16th, you said?
I'm sorry?
May 16th, you said?
May the 16th, yes. It's a history day, according to Jay.
History day of what? Of the town? Or of the America? What are we historying of?
It's history of Woodstock. Yeah,
Okay.
the history of Woodstock. So that they are raffling off some kind of a quilt at the
Oh, right.
Association, and the Historical Association is going to be open. Can everybody hear me? Because your
Yes.
voices are all like you're in a bottle. But my voice is normal. Okay, good. That's my computer.
Is May 16, does that have a significance in Woodstock's history? I'm just asking. I have no idea.
I don't believe so, Noreen. I think it was just picked as a great day to do it.
Okay.
Or
Well,
as I,
it's not Memorial Day and it's not the school is still in session, so people haven't gone on summer vacation, I guess, you know. I don't know.
John, do you have any idea why the 16th?
Not a clue. In fact, I thought it was a different day. I mean, I thought it was in July.
No, that's America Day.
That's the
That's
big one.
the America
What,
thing.
July
Okay,
4th?
then.
I mean,
There's too many celebrations. We're celebrating too much. Let's cut this one. Why don't we celebrate this now? Why don't we do, what about, I don't know about the history of the trees, but what about the history of, to me, the history of the Arboretum, no offense, is more interesting. How this person thought that we needed
Yeah.
this. And what happens if we do a dramatic reenactment of her life story?
Okay.
are you gonna like be Minnie or whatever her name
I
is?
think I have a wedding this day, but I have to check I really do think I have a wedding this day, but I have to check my calendar.
Oh, congratulations, Sarah. I didn't realize that. You're getting
Yeah. Um, or I think we do something around her. Is the intent that they're going to be like, it's a town-wide event where like kids are going, or
well,
is it?
you know what? I'm not too sure. I need to find out more information about it. But I believe that somehow the Pink House and the Historic Association and us and the Garden Club are all involved in this.
The garden club for May 16, because the garden tour is July 25th. And so, and I was going to bring that up and I'll mention it in a minute, but is there something that the garden club is doing with May 16?
I believe so. There's something about their own history of the Garden Club.
Oh, maybe, oh, Mary Ann or somebody maybe is doing that. I don't know.
I wonder if we could. I mean, if I'm here, I'm actually happy to do this. This is like right up my alley. If like you have someone, I don't want to like you offer the tour, but I wonder if you could do something with with what's her name? Who founded that? I'm so terrible. I'm on this.
Minnie Palmer.
Yes. We
Minnie,
do something like do something with her. Like her life story.
Uh-huh.
I just don't know how. I keep thinking about
oh,
the Riverwalk and
know anything
Putnam, how they
about her
have the
life?
picture book. Like the Riverwalk and Putnam, you walk around and you like read their story, you read the book. It'd be sort of cool if we could just, but we don't have the facility, like around the Arboretum, just have her story as they do the walk. It could be self-guided. You could do like this tree and then read about her.
Well,
Okay.
you could have QR codes or something if you didn't have, and that would sort of work. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
is there enough known about her? I mean, I'm sure there is out there somewhere, but is it collected in one place as
I believe the Historical Society does have a box with historical information about her.
about her?
We have some information about her. I have some background information on her. Not a lot of details, but some. And I think that
Because a copy of the will would be fun because that isn't that where she left the arboretum in the will?
yeah, absolutely. That's how we got it into Woodstock.
Right. So that would be kind of fun to have that, I don't know,
Hmm?
photocopied or something.
Okay. The will. Got that down. Okay.
But I just think even it doesn't have to be extensive. Like it's a QR code is great. Like type it up, be like, as you walk around, imagine yourself in 18
No,
something,
not, I think it was like 1920s or 19,
1920. The Roaring Twenties are happening, jazz is new, and this person decided that this would be a great thing for the town of Woodstock.
Now,
And, and then do a bio.
you sure you have to be at this wedding, Sarah? You
I
couldn't put
don't know if it's this weekend. I really could be in town. My phone's just way over there. Like I really could be here. I'm not sure.
you could be put a costume on and you could do a
Absolutely. That will not happen. I can guarantee that. But I'm happy to like do that stuff. Like I like have you if you want to lead the tour, I'm happy to spend some time to like this is like think about this time. Like this is what she was thinking. This is why she was thinking it. This is what her vision was. And this is why we're still doing this today. Like I think one of the big things is like why do we even do this? It's a tiny plot of land in this big town. You're fighting with Last Green Valley and all these other things that do all this conservation work. But why are we trying to honor this person's memory? I think that's a really important part of it too.
I love that. I think that's
Except I
I
will remember her name when this does happen.
remember who she is, though. That's right.
Minnie Palmer. It's the old town hall, the historical society that's got the name on it too.
That's right. It's the Palmer Hall. Yeah, it is Minnie.
Palmer
Yeah, and
Palmer
we
Hall.
have a bit of information. We have a lovely photograph of her, and I think there's a photograph of her husband as well in the historical society. Let me go by and ask Jay what he's got, Sarah, and I can get it
Okay.
all to you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you can just give the tour, like a normal tour about the trees. We just prep it with more information.
Okay. I think
Well, now let me just add, so the garden club would like to have the Arboretum on the tour for its July 25th garden tour. So it might be, you might want to split this in two, like for the history day, like use Sarah's idea, concentrate on the history of Minnie Palmer and what she did for the town, while for the garden tour, I mean, these are people who are more interested in plants, so they would probably be interested, um, as Philippa said, in like the history of some particular unusual specimens or something like that.
yeah, well,
So
that's
I
usually
don't know.
those are the stories, Noreen, that I always give when I give the tour of the Arboretum. And also, I mean, the Arboretum is going to look very different on July the 25th than how it's going to look in
Yep.
May. So the
No, that's true. But it might be different crowd of people.
people, I'm quite sure, yes.
Yeah. So, but I
Yeah,
was going to
I like,
ask you, are you going to be able to do the garden tour on the 25th?
We
yeah,
talked about it. Yeah.
I'm
I'm down.
available.
Philippa will be there. I'm away.
Okay.
It's on our list.
That's not a problem. We have that done.
We
I'll
have
be around,
that covered already.
yeah, as far as I know. Um, okay. There's also, yeah, I think that's good. I like the idea of doing many Palmer things. That's great. We've covered that one. Pomfret's Day of Service is April the 23rd from 9 until 2:30. 12 students, 1 to 2 teachers. They're a really active group. Um, Ideas of what work needs to be done. Definitely there'll be wood pickup. It's all,
Mulching, like a better job at mulching.
yep, mulching. Um, we had talked about trying to pull up that black wrap, which is down,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and getting that up and maybe putting cardboard down instead until we get the plantings in. Also, Chandler has said that he has the rocks and stones that we want in his quarry. I think I mentioned this at the last meeting, and maybe a neighbor who could deliver them. I'm wondering if by April the 23rd, the ground will be dry enough to drive a truck of stones down and the kids could move them.
That would be great too.
Wouldn't that be good? I can see Pomfret students really feeling tough and muscular, lifting
Are you
rock.
are you judging the academy students not feeling the same way?
Wait,
Uh,
but aren't these like crushed stone or smaller? I mean, they're not boulders, right? They're like you put them in a wheelbarrow or something?
we have both coming, Noreen. We wanted larger rocks to edge the
Ah,
water and then small ones to be on the ground. And Chandler says that he even has, he thinks, a huge piece that would be big enough to be the bridge that is planned to go over, below the swale, over that waterway. All of which needs to be moved. I don't see the students moving that huge something like that. I
I
think that,
think that sounds like heavy equipment for
yes,
both for safety too.
right. But I think that maybe that if we can get the stones down there in time, they could move those. And the Woodstock Academy students, when you bring your group in, Sarah, might be able to do some of that too. What do you,
Mhm. Yeah.
I can check with Chandler and see about the rocks.
I'm here the 16th. The wedding's the weekend before.
I'm sorry?
I am here the 16th. The wedding is the weekend before.
Oh, okay, so you will be here. Terrific. So
Yep.
I got, I think I got a great
You got a
cousin.
wedding on Mother's Day weekend? Wow.
Different generation. Oh yeah, it is Mother's Day weekend. I won't be here.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's the Swales, Tom and Sandra who know most what needs to be done down there. Um, I know that it's the banks need to have rocks put on it, and there needs to be stones put on the ground, and the seed needs to be spread, um, and plants need to come in. John, did you see Bill um, his letter, Bill Barrow's letter?
I haven't read it.
He mentioned that
I-
that there's some kind of a list of plants for wet areas.
Yes, that's what it says.
That's what I thought. And somehow he said that Yukon might like to do that. I don't know where he got the Yukon from, but maybe we had talked at the last meeting about asking Yukon, and so perhaps that's where he picked it up from. Does anybody?
I need to read. I need to read it. I just sort of skipped over that in going through my email box.
Okay.
And do you remember which part of Yukon he mentioned?
He just said that the people from Yukon might use these lists to decide which plants to plant down in the shale area. And we had talked about looking to see if we could get a consultant from Yukon to come in and look at it. So, do you remember at the last meeting we just talked about
Yep.
resources we had? So I think what he did was he must have read the minutes of the last meeting. Sarah, you took great minutes,
Oh, he must have watched the Zoom call. I don't think I talked about that at all in my minutes.
but I don't know. So apparently,
I'll go back and look at that.
yeah, I was just thinking that you know you're a member of the garden club, so that this is like a garden club recommended list of plants for wet areas or something. I haven't read it myself. I have to say I saw
Well,
it
it's
and put it
we've
on
done
hold.
some, the federation, the statewide federation has done some business with Yukon's landscape design department. And we
Okay,
actually gave them a couple of $1,000, almost $3,000, well, it was in aggregate, a $3,000 grant for landscaping around a low-income housing project in Hartford. It was a house that was derelict, and it was a Habitat for Humanity clone, I guess I'll say, in Hartford that fixed the building up. And the students from Hartford designed the landscaping, and we gave them a grant to buy the plant material. Uh,
Federated Garden Club did?
yeah,
Oh,
that's a couple years ago. The Shojun Park is the chair of that department, and we worked through her.
okay.
And let me look at Bill's letter. I'm
I have
sure
to.
there are all kinds of people that have lists of what are good plants versus bad plants. I mean, that's not a problem.
Right. I mean, Tom gave us a list of the good plants. Also, he had one of those things, the things that he put together for us at the last meeting. It had all those lists of good
Yeah.
plants we put to the town hall, and the town hall has that list. So it is there. So this just kind of additional helpful material, I think. Uh, what else is on the list, Sarah?
That's it. Any other business?
Okay. So Noreen, you had just wanted to know that whether there's going to be any parade at the with the garden club tour, right? And there will be. We'll be happy to work with them on that.
okay. Well, I will let Linda Kaplan know, and then I'll have her get in touch with you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Have her contact me. That's no problem.
Okay.
And Jennifer Latticy is very interested in sort of taking over one of the beds at the Arboretum.
Okay.
But she needs to come down. We need to show it to her. And I think we had talked about having her take over maybe the daylily bed, but we were going to be
No,
moving.
right. I had told her it was going to be moved. I thought that there were plans to move it last fall, but I guess that I misunderstood or it didn't happen, whichever.
I think it just didn't happen. I think we sort of ran out of time, Noreen. But again, that
Well,
could a job that if we don't have rocks, we could possibly do that with the students.
Oh, I think that's an excellent idea if they can do it without damaging stuff. But I mean, since it hasn't been done, maybe she should, weigh in on,
Absolutely.
um, that because she did sound pretty interested. She said she's got some lilies, nice ones of her own, that she could part with.
Well, we had talked about moving them over to where to like
Right.
south entrance, right up there, making it
More sun and also more visibility.
right. Absolutely, more sun and more visibility. Um, so she would like to, to see to visit, but she's just not available on Wednesdays to come to our meetings. So I will contact her and see what's a good time to go down there and take a tour, and she can take a look at what needs to be done. Any other thoughts, Kristen? You're listening but not able to talk, right? I can't. I guess you're listening and not able to talk. So I hope you heard everything. John, anything on your mind?
Nope.
Sarah,
Mine is clear.
your mind is clear. I
Mhm.
like. Um, how can I get to you and have you help me with this computer of mine, this laptop?
Um, I'm around. This I'm around to Friday, later afternoon. Saturday is my birthday, so I'm not available. And then Sunday, I'm going to my parents for Easter. But Friday, I could do it. I don't have school.
Okay. Do you want to come here?
Sure.
Oh, fantastic. What's a good time for you?
I think I'll be end up being back in town or like 1:32.
Okay, so how about 2:30? Or
Sounds good.
whenever you come back. Just
Yeah.
come here. That would be wonderful. This thing is driving me nuts. I keep getting
Okay.
these things saying, you got, and then the computer won't do it. It won't get my emails, and it has a fit.
All right. I'll do the best I can.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Sarah. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Happy Easter,
Aye.
everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful Easter. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I
Thank you, Sarah. Good night. Thank you,
Good
Noreen.
night.